Yo, assalamu alaikum badi mulu. Assalamu alaikum kal molbe tentu kal be jay 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 program auto temila jambake. Natakana short program lala because of watu man siya me bulo kono. Be program on intara yandira la yin kamala ko se bojan juna burungata hajola yalon ko wala bento. So temila mo jambake. Bari se atol UDP di ngolu kalbe tentu kalbe jay alla pati dia kamala kalbe tentu kalbe jay ben patiola alfa be kontona kabasu karafo diaspora jam kamul be tentu kebe jay kata ko do men be ke kam patio nyina ko nyin kono fajani to me yalo ko bafutala 2026 information be jam me yalo ko lafraka wudi rek baal be yalo ko bi musupa satodela di me yalo ko patio bitala ka a lot of people welcome now from Combo South. Many along they officially joined the United Democratic Party through Buba Bojang. Event on party leader better lajele na particular a lot of executives better lajele proka will welcome in Jakama Bay to welcome these new members into the United Democratic Party. So we kumala bakere promo focus what be kaje ko kawufana witness jibe mo sifal men bedun kan nampatio nyen kono mo jamala bedun kan nampatio nyen kono so ufana degala bilala me ya lonko e beduna nan kanana United Democratic Party. So we welcome all of them and we still calling on Gambians to come and join our party kaje ko mungo to be able to do the changes together. We must all be part of these changes me ya lonko @Baila 2026 proga adam barola masakunda nyen kabodige. We try to convince people so that we can all be part of this good history. History may along ko wala baitandila alambarola masakunda bote banko kanyadi le jumale liya bonding. I think that's a very good record. We all become part of that. Ni wo bata jembari wulu alena safaro di nyame se na alfa tentu menkeda alaji usiano numkunda dawoti aninga la UDP party yo anenka kumandro ken na kafunyo malfana na meni alonko itata betrayal ka photo pro yamurunam ni aje nga wofo kunung momo ni te mari ye interview ni yawle lamoy alfala kibaro alfala interview ni yawle lamoy kunung ite mari ya lonne desan même fo kan ali kabrin 2022 be kuma kan même fo kan ali no mo kuma kan jende senior même fo kan ali no kabrin 2022 2023 ko nyimol be kula to meni alon ko premeditated kulong kula me alon ko yamuti sondo mo kono le nko ibe wala kuwoto iko itelte wo kuto nko ali ko ibe wala kuwoto iko itelte wo kuto alfala diamo ay kuma kamo be sene andi la banda fre alaji useno nyina asabu ninku boita mola wuro anin kuma kan wala diamu basiani amuka sabun alaji useno ay funtin ay diamu din diamu wato mansi, but he's somebody me alonko akala factual check bakale and keep records everything abake kan abaning ala record so ni samba kanyola abaning kolosiro nyin abasamba kanyola kunong at one point akedam feko man fellon no nyuko nyimbe kono no because all along, Tolanga Miranungo Alaji Usheno, he was not following these things. Walanto, Amantara Akalamtaka men wekere. But I have a kalamtare, Abala Alpha Dokola Duma, Kanyun Engig Dumala. Nanema Lonko, I have been Bekumandila a base sending at one point. Menukumayati kono, Menmankumai kono, Nanema Lonka a Bekumandila at one point, Puke addressing you in a Kayinika, a Bekumo Memfai. Nanema lon nung koy be jing o particular kuma kan nyinda fay ninko non de nga kalamta nung hotaymo nimbe siri ngo metudula to mbay tandile lal ko munko alkamen fo alaji usheni wo manken to nyati alto nya fay min bal sondo mo kono alkamen fo duma men kan wonu alafu bang ayamo ya tulola wala sabum Alaji Usain Nokuno interview to I realized one thing. Malik Law, Kafoni Damentoko, Talib Kamemfo ye amanke Tonyati, bring Alaji Usain yo commanding. So nyen kuma kamule tata ye wala di la deni wala ila nendir lalla duma kaitandi la ko this woman will do everything possible kalo mon nyaatu kajiko be men ko aba be exposed lale. So that is the time if funti tananka start karo Malik Law neng kapmul farmer karo Malik Law neng for 3 years ibanenka. So now Alia understand with Genesis because of her resilience, her resistance kajiko. Kanyim multa kaitandi Alaji Usain member caring to make Alaji Usain understand kaka memfai. But just as Alaji Usain fanya kuno, Malik Law was privy to lots of information that ate Alaji Usain member men klama. So wala sabu he found it difficult kajeko to believe in whatever anyone is saying about Talib at that time. Alaji Usain really liked that boy. He trusted him to the point that whatever Momo can memforma, Alaji Usain, was finding it very difficult to comprehend it. But it went to a time that Alaji Usain understood everything happening. But yalo Momo lemati, I continue to kala observation, okay? I continue to kala wisdom orienta ka utilize on these people. Akumasi da ke kumandin na dumandi ke be ka funyo ka ke kumandin ke yin ka mun be ke pati onyan kono ye kamul ja be kamul jala. But l'Africa nyine ka ku kilenala wala mo nyanti ko ntolonga ko mawo ko mafunyelo makabren 2021 up to 2025 yukuma kilin fonye me alonko amanke na jamfa ko mul men be fo may la move soul everything na men be fo makabren 2021 up to 2025 ku kilin pet me alonko ye molu malundi ye imanna woke woku kilin lafta wodamara pri ya fontende woka meitandala wala munyentiko. Talib capitalized on our innocent folks, our comrades, our brothers and sisters. Aita ye narrative create narrative me alonko. Hani dinyo niya narrative fo ni samba nya ko to nanten. Dinyo me alonka be balu ya kan ko make aba understand na ko jinga mem fo nanten, it doesn't make any sense. So your narrative sifala is sambanam. They use people many alonko, they committed them, and when I say they committed them, of course, Alialone Agame used to commit, so he committed them. Now I will put in funny situation. He used people and he lied all along in the name of Alaji Usain 𝒂𝒂. I mujama convince wato kaitande kumunko Alaji Usain le kumakamodi Alaji Usain le mulki nang kan. Can you just imagine? Alaji Usain ye mulki Talib kam. Kunung albe Alaji Usain mo lai bemfo. Atete mokila Talib kam. And just come on, come for jam. Kabinga bekalawante ala ko atemalo ko pabia apply all those things. Just give you an example. Ngamona fa lejang munebe Talib ning Alaji Usain tema. In fact, this time on your form moneti. Why could Talib just go Alaji Usain yininka? Well, lanto I call al personal may block and they have that personal conversation. Why Talib the Alaji Usain call no I think. But they will continue to create narratives, to continue confusing people many along ko. They want to hear that side of the story. But the reality is, Talib is a chronic betrayer. He had this preconceived mindset, Kajeko, with or without UDP, he is going to go and lead a political party, period. So, number one, for his narrative create. Because at this point, what is happening on social media, if you see this mainstream social media, more many are up to this point, you call yourself UDP, but you cannot even have the courage, the guts to share the developments of the party, to share even the welcoming of our party leader. And you still want to call yourself UDP, but not stopping there. You want to use every single opportunity to come live or to come on social media to castigate UDP militants on any minor mistakes you make, but you cannot even have that courage because you have a secret lover that you call this betrayal movement. Because of that, UDP la quote data but you still want to remain as a UDP member by name. But UDP di multa katara will castigate kam and in the UDP party executives, like the chairman of Brikama Area Council and the other people. And you expect UDP di only see puri jibe weke. When we know most of these people in Quoto, this is what is going to happen. Because when they are about to leave, they only look for lame excuses. They think they are wise. And it is okay to leave the party. You don't want to associate yourself with the party. It's okay to leave the party. But you shouldn't just be using the party as a scapegoat or party militants as a scapegoat. Puritela, move on, you will justify. No. You can justify. You can justify. If you want to go, you can justify. But stop using or relying on lame excuses. At this point, na political bedamento, mo ya long ko ite be sulusaji mayala, ite be jikambuokang, ite mantra jang. And the only thing it can be sort of UDP to come and attack UDP militants or UDP executives. If you have a personal issue with 𝒉𝒕𝒕𝒑𝒔 cannot be sitting down, allowing you to be insulting him every single day on social media or to be attacking him. In the name of one person, you are even ashamed simply because of a betrayal menke. I'll publicly because you still want to enjoy that leverage of being a UDP member. But using that UDP membership, Katara Mulla chairman attack on things many they are not even making any sense. And you expect to be befriending that person on social media. When our chairman, our leadership, they have a lot to do. So atol will distraction only. So ning womari yet block on social media. You cannot use that one as a way purukatara will attack them on social media. So let me tell you people one thing. Most of them insulting 𝒉𝒕𝒊𝒏 on social media today. Just look at them. Go to their timelines. They have been attacking 𝒉𝒕𝒊𝒏 simply because of Talib. Even though some of them still call themselves UDP. They have been attacking 𝒉𝒕𝒊𝒏, throwing a lot of nasty words on him. 𝒉𝒕𝒊𝒏 to maintain his peace of mind, to maintain his mental health, he just unfriended them and he moved on. That unfriending became a problem. Well, as Al-Qaeda saying, they are trying to create false narratives just to create another misunderstanding within our party. Al-Kana Somala. All the times we said this here. Nobody is forcing anybody to be in this party. We want all of you to be part of the party, yes. But ning worst comes to the worst. Moma mo forse pruka foko igen nakatara nyimpati nyukono walam to itulo dum ikamuta. Ni yalon ko nyimpati la principles nyentitala no. Give yourself that dignified moment bang ya ila membership of the party bang ye funding ye. That is also okay. Ni anytime ila mind falinta you can come back. But it is like a kamolta kila hadilo jakaso simply because you did something illegal, immoral to one person, wait a block. You want that narrative to come, your narrative in your paint, to create another divisive narration within our party. That is not going to happen, and we are very, very, very much alerted about those. To my fellow comrades, many are logo al-fundita altara Talib noka. Billahi wallahi tallahi. Al-Sibang, Ali Alaj Usienu Lamoy Bang, Ali Murunang. Most of them, false narratives, wale al Samba. Most of them, Almang UDP ko. Alma kon nung, sa wala fonyamo, Alma kon nung. Tolbe yung wala ngalon they hate UDP like APRC, some members hated UDP 20 years ago. Yes. But Al-Sibang, some of you, many of you are critical thinkers. Al-Sibang, Ali Alaj Usienu interview Lamoy. Listen to that wisdom. Listen to that wisdom and sequence of events I narrate nyame which until Talibla exit from the party. Al-Sibang Ali Alaj Usienu Lamoy. Ning tolba fokan at that time. You always antagonize us, always come out and throw saves at us. But Al-Sibang Ali Alfong Kuson Sambang Albe Mu Kuleto. Listen to Alaj Usianu's sequences of how things unfolded, leading to Talibla exit from the party and the formation of the Betrayal Youth Movement. Alba understand nalko, Allah Talibla making enjoying with it. You people you were so committed in UDP, unlike Talib, unlike other fake UDP members, many are like Thomas Hedi, MC Cham, Yaya Sanya, and the others. Those people were never genuine in our party. You people had committed in this party. You have invested your time, your energy, and your resources in the party. I think it's a very, very, very unwise move, Kajeko, allié misled by these people. But just as party leader advised yesterday, and our media and communication secretary, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, also advised yesterday, this issue is going to be forgotten now, as long as it will mama, because until Sulata Gambia Sulata does just that. He made everything clear and set the record clear. We are going to move on and focus on our party as long as imang fania don targa tabi ka landing ng party lina income. Because now, you know, and all the times, this is my favorite quotation. Immorality is just like a stepping ladder. It's just like a ladder. So the more imarikan may immorality yung kono nyameng, ila gradient say the ladder ka jamfa santo wala nyama. So kumakasi keti kumakasi 40 kumakaki ketati. Just like Comrade 𝒂𝒂𝒏, what he's been able to say today about 𝒂𝒏e, about UDP. No one could have ever imagined that. But just to justify my point, immorality long ikame akono nyame, ila immorality scale nyinga high wala nyama. So you should not be surprised that you shouldn't be surprised about those. You see, you shouldn't be surprised about those. So let's be focused. Alkana song, more false narrative kamana. They are trying to use 𝒂𝒐𝒊𝒏 narrative for confuse. Most of them make so-called letters to 𝒂𝒊𝒏 and other stuff. Look what happened. They were attacking 𝒂𝒐𝒊𝒏 for Talib, you know, even though it came from UDP 𝒂𝒐𝒊𝒏 is a block. But a block will get a problem. So now they want to come all out. 𝒂𝒐𝒊𝒏 attack to frame UDP again. They have not been campaigning for 𝒂𝒊𝒏, they are campaigning for 𝒂𝒐𝒊𝒏. So laughable, so pathetic statement. Can somebody even think that? It's so pathetic. Even 𝒂𝒊𝒏 mayor welcoming from the diaspora. Nothing, not even party leaders speak, they can say it on their timeline because they had a secret admiration for the betrayal movement, but they don't have the confidence to even declare themselves as a member of that party. So these are the kind of people who want to bring that confusion within us. I would have done exactly just as 𝒂𝒐𝒊𝒏 did, Chairman. Social media is a place where we are all responsible for our mental health. We are all responsible for the kind of situations we put ourselves into. So if you know this particular Mr. X or Y or Z is a burden, only a distraction to you, block and unfriend the person. Block and unfriend the person. You have your peace of mind and concentrate on what you're doing. So they just want to be an element of distraction within us. But their hearts are already gone. Their hearts are gone. And that's okay. So we know a lot what is happening. And I know Alfana Yalo ne me algabe kick on social media bite. So Mokana so y'all confused. Just let's forget about them. 𝒂𝒐𝒊𝒏 had been UDP, had been in the struggle for the party, had been in the struggle for the country. He spent fortunes, energy, his talents, his resources, everything to fight that dictatorship. Where were you darling that day? And let's forget about that. We will celebrate every single loyal member of this party, being a chairman or an ordinary member of the party. That is what UDP is known for. We cherish one another, we celebrate one another, and we hail one another. As long as you are doing good. That is what UDP is known for. Touch one, touch all. Well, some people call us Chinese or Chinese or that. But that is the show of support and solidarity to our comradeship. And that is what every genuine society coming in. We have to show solidarity to one another. That is what we are manifesting in UDP. You cannot be insulting our executives. If people call you out to make an end to that, you claim, yeah, they have been bullying me, they are bullying me. Who are you bullying then? You're also bullying an executive member of the party. Do you expect the party militants to stop? Even though you call yourself a UDP member. The only time you will hear their reactions to UDP is this slightest opportunity, one UDP member Bemengala in the form of a mistake, they will go out there on social media and start castigating UDP. But look at when they castigated UDP. Look at the people they celebrated that castigation, that words, those derogatory statements with. Look at the associates. It tells you a lot. So the Mediterranean no party you can do yourself that dignified favor. Leave the party, and as you claimed, you can have a relief. You can have your peace of mind. You don't want to be in the party anymore. Leave the party so that Isela, claimed relief in sorrow. You have your peace of mind. That's also so okay. That is really, really okay. But mente okay la no wala mukatara party ota la ke attack party la executive ke attack even kumate party dumala ida party la program kudo da party la anything to but he tebe menke la rek anytime they kuje me alonko you felt it's not all right, you come and attack the party leadership or the party itself. Okay, so we are not going to sit by and allow that. No one is going to insult no one, but we're going to resist, and we're going to make sure that you met one of the strongest resistance on that attitude. Mafala na party leader ya baraka bake. Laji usienu nomkanda 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 record la set kuno. And I am very, very, very sure Gambian people kunung akweda Gambia bemale munakita. Even though akweda almale nung, but kununta where justifiably where kuonyinta a vindication or like an invalidation or to have that strong affirmation. No sonomi along ka before come all along. So be alaji usienu sendulam bajayi la bake for that brilliant interview I made on iAfrica TV yesterday. That should be a wake-up call for all of us. Until UDP won't be. Anyanga kalambe tek rolati kajeko. Be right way come. We are on the right path. Be sila kendo me alongo. Nyanna ka tenteng wala bilela nyanna ka hame puru ka tentengala katambi lungo bela. The energy I saw in Alaji Usienu, the manifestation of wisdom ngamenjala kuwa kunung, and the eloquence ngamenji Alaji Usienu la interview to kunung. Billahi way strong feelings if I turn in the wala nyentiko. Bila munyanna ka amuta mbulola katambi hani kununa. Moro wisdom oni londo kumaya bada hada madingola balwokonon. Anintilimo. I saw enough of that yesterday. Ala entire diamo beko. He was just so spot on his entire interview. I have never seen such an interview. Alaji Usienu yeb interview men beke. Kabrintengal datika lamay. Nanama wo interview sifa nyin lamay Alaji Usienu la political career kono. Kono I interview menke iAfrica TV. I have never listened to such an interview. That is a great hope. That tells me a very, very, very important information. The person up to this day, we don't even understand Alaji Usienu that much. We don't even know the person he is. Baba was looking fresh. Everything about Baba was so fresh. Go. Devon come anti kola ngaha enko bari Baba dum berabot na diaspora tola. Yalon di munekang Baba ka pudin sdol membang fondong yalon di special diet na kamba be jojo kola ngai ne kanyen na let anti maye nyumbani mole nyoto because the way I saw Baba kuno it was so unbelievable. It was really unbelievable. It was like Baba of 2004. The energy itself, malam falia understand ngam falia. So alkana som nyama tolu yena nila nyamati ya kumakan wika falia ko kebale mati. Nyama tolu nila nyamati ya falia ko kebale mati. And I thank a whole lot of Gambians from different political uniforms. Many alongo they reacted on 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 interview. From PDOS to other presidential candidates like 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔 and the others. Aliagil, how they all reacted. The excellence of 𝒄𝒊𝒏 Kuno interview. Everything about 𝒄𝒊𝒏 deliberation was just so perfect. There was no single pros 𝒄𝒊𝒏 interview. Everything was perfect. The quality of a man, Meya Lonko, we want to die rallying behind. We want to die making sure that Komongo, he takes charge of Gambia affairs. Why tandilo kontolu besila kendola kan memen nokan wallahi wala musiloti. Wallahi alaji usenu nokan wala musiloti UDP di mopela kodo ning ayata nango jika kurunte menuto. Ning ayata nango do tigia kodo. Woto, let's keep it up. Let's renew our unreserved support for UDP candidate Alaji Usenu Nomukunda 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔. And we will go any length 𝒘𝒂𝒂𝒃 to make sure that na aspirational movement for the Gambia and for Alaji Usenu UDP come to the realization come 2026. And no alama alayim makuifana. I know some of them mandengol ka fanyani le jikambolo. Walla ko balafala because they are at nowhere. Imagine a Gambian citizen, a Gambian adult. Meya long ko itaka si katara dua kan ko pro Adama Barrow I tenting 2026 simply because imal lafi UDP la and item UDP ko let kunu. But nanko imal lafi 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒃 Gambia falling kadu UDP block no nyinga malako atol fe atol be marala. You see the ego ngam fali Gambia di wala ko. Ego is our problem. Ego is our biggest problem. And that is the same ego problem which led to the formation of this useless betrayal movement. Ego, ego, ego. Me, me, me. They are very, very condescending on every single act. Let's put aside our egos and come to the realization of the fact and the truth. Nabanko nyenta benga strike towards kabango nyenta akafali no pruka yeko ngabondi Adama Barrow masakunda halakiri mo blokono. Barrow masakunda is a stingy masakunda. Na senior comrade Idrissa Sanyang ya kontong bake ablay sise barka bake ablay ya ture barka bake thank you Mama Jawara Sweden call mama ya kontong Pablo YG Rachel ya kontong bake bro barka bake definitely they are Santos barka bake yes kijere ala barka bake Sar Babasar, Barkabake. Sar Babasar, I must read your comment. Sarko, yesterday I drank from the cup of wisdom, one of the best interviews I've ever listened to. Definitely, I have seen that comment here also. Somebody also said it here. 𝒄𝒊𝒏 interview was just at another level. I mean, so akabeta ni 𝒄𝒊𝒏 pa alpha member quality membala. There is nothing wrong with the qualities. In fact, Pabila qualities can increase there because he learned every single day. But the disappointment I have, people who are odd to have learned from Adama Barrow betrayals and how everything ended and unfolded, repeating that same mistake. And again, thanks to the Gambians, and in kola masalo ikamamfo. Kankurang na e ba mafa hani e tungulang waje e kasobi alale. They didn't learn. Barkabake sister Jara isane. Barkabake, thank you. Aja Fati, barkabake sister Aja. So wala muku nyenti defele binkanada afternoon sifle. Binkara afternoon nebitala next 2 hours. But remember, be Canada doku la hani ko ngattende ne fajane suuto teri. Wallahi ma wori. Go niobe larinne, niobe freeing because man fana yen niobe freeing ba ke wala nyenti ko nga ala tentule manke no bulukono moti ka jeko ka tonyata ka nakar kata faniata ka fasa wo fania fasa nyin kono katara kuli kekan me ya lonko ni ya bondi in the next 7-8 years you will not be able to be proud of that act. So kuno nga ala tentu bakele alfa ala interview banda na lo flow sale ka ala tentu nyen kamala ko ayen tanka nyame na Comrades soul Jamal became a UDP up to now. I can tell you that. But you must be ready to take that bold stand, to take that bold step. Decolonize yourselves. Decolonize yourselves and come back home. After all, it's not entirely your fault, in my view. I think some of you were brutally misled. You were brutally misled by Talib. And in people many along who stand to gain everything, became part of Taliban movement, like 𝒕𝒉𝒂𝒏 and the others. They have brutally misled you people into believing in something which at the first place never existed. That is the promise of Talib, the betrayer, being our flag bearer or other stuff. How can you even imagine this? We've told you this, but today and yesterday from 𝒂𝒊𝒏 interview, you've had the first-hand information. Even the claim core, 𝒂𝒊𝒏 sent people to Talib. Look at what 𝒂𝒊𝒏 said. Look at what 𝒂𝒊𝒏 said yesterday. We made Tandala. It's the same thing. It's the same thing what Adama Barrow and Alamur, what they came up with. This Barrow Youth Movement is going to be a youth wing for the UDP, only to support the United Democratic Party. They never accepted until when Barrow finally announced in Buva's own core, Barrow Youth Movement officially is going to be turned into NPP. You see? So now, brother soul and sister soul, al sangofu al solofu jusola bang ali murun na suokano al dol bije ya kumalol fali ya lande kumol la bin yaro ko man soto man ken to nyati mo meke hakilo fa mata talano bal kunu dabol dia mo nyen naka abanne freng kajiko mo be murun nang suokano nga campaign ki nyola nga jeko na Alpha Eta State House kono dena ko be diala nyambari when I see these comrades of ours back home work together and install Alhaji Ousainou as the next president of the Gambia. Ala baraka bake ñu lungul kono programme be siala ni ala sonda bi mita kan afternoon shift but sama meta la suwo kono be programme kala parce que fulati wala killing probably program killing cause programme be tarake kan Gambia Combo South the massive cross capital me alon ko abekala from other political parties to the UDP Combo South. The party leader is going to be there today. Sama programme tiye so but in the programme kala jande sama senending ba programme kala le senending ko be programme kala so ñintil sabol be kono ko sama la kata be programme kala wol be kono le because better la su kono jande mata do kudla to better free ne so bidala le be programme kala le nga kajake be arrangement kala nga jibe be jumal sur no platform so that we can discuss and then move on. It is the moving train ko nga fa nyamen na so ko ke wala fo na so ko ko train lo me alon ka be move kan a traino nyen berekita la lodlata la 2026 la makola bayde wala sabu ala ngana energy la ngalafa. And one important thing, IEC, let's all keep following IEC la calendars ila final calendar me alonko memba itandi lako bi betar la jara sutu kunne sami betar la tiang kenabale sinendi betar la brikamale pour voters card registration onye ko nga fanya men diaspora we must sacrifice ka je ko kata kan register wo registration onye ne ngake momo yela mo fonko nyinda iyali di fo nyinta ya bendi November la fadla ro kata December kan kata ngata karto nyum fay nanna boxo ta ngi kanta ngata ni momo yalon ko kata karto fay ita da karto fay yeta ye karto fay damento yekeje pooling agent ot ye register you can call Gambia ye register that is ongoing sita ye register as a pooling agent ke damen long ye register ge yela pooling agent yala ay ke pooling agent bakata wati me alon ko deson na tinyaro la je yalla tinyaro deson na wala je dala pooling agent lato motina ye taranso din na ya fanye ko ila UDP la boxo bla je ngabla je ngata ko attendez la in 2021 election okono menu keta. So we've learned those things. And it was going to be very important that diaspora handing atara nunko moma almake no to and fro. Comme ko katake register kamunang kataka fenko ke. Wale bekala best idea. Idea te beti ala membe tambela. So bare ning imawo fanan keno. Alanga katan na iyali monthly holidays nka mensoto. Nga bendi November la fadulato kata December kam. Ibaje lako mbebota sate wal menuto. Ngataje ngakije pooling agent tolti second pooling agent stay ngana boxolta ngasicho nga kanta nga make sure whatever vote is counted or is voted is counted and it's recorded, and that is the vote Meya Longo is going to be read at the IEC office. Registration wekabekela April, May. But among actual timeline when you someone and sign, individual location or to registration team will better like no one mela. But we now know that kabekela April and May lokono. But sign dates all better, let's say better Brikama Nyambai, let's say B, Sama better Brikama Jamisa B. We don't know those things yet. So wala sabu, but on bekegam. A lot of us are on standby. Just wait for that. Go along. And based on that, then we plan our registration. 2-3 days. You can just go today, get a direct flight here, register Sama. Sama for Yamuruna, or sending for Yamuruna, depending on Imari Yella Triponium plan Yamen or the number of free days that you mentioned in a month. May along say, is a may use no Yakaf Yoka register Yamuruna. So we're going to sacrifice, but we must make sure that Komongo. Banco Befalina the 2026 ding about Alabala and Molia Cattle Men fight 2021. We know that UDP has won that election with a very big margin. But Kurial Laketa, Kunta Yal Keta, Fantial Keta, Procession Yankono, but Waterflanya no Kotake. Waterflanya no Kotake, but through Busa killing, Amaka Kunte Barakanya Yala. So for Alafan and Bendi Malajela ding Alasonta Kajeko, Gambia Banco I falling. Banco Betambo to Banco Sula Falimola, Molbe Sula Falimola Banco Yankon. Mobe sula da fana wala banko nyenko ala baraka bake ngal betentu ngal be jayi UDP di ngolo ala nga focus social media UDP ngolo ala nga focus bake barende fonko programme banna matul fongol tentu social media UDP ngolo everybody performance here, but it's so good, it's so impressive Kajeko how ready UDP are Kajeko to protect their party and to stand by their party, to stand by their own convictions. Alama ale albejo albela nato momenti Kajeko alfas J ay mara Gambia la bankola amara rinkola Gambia la bankola Kajeko balwoni anu balunya ay falin Gambia be alama weke mbenya la kew anu alama ni alay responsibility dina wato mena ko nga banko ni mara akana ke Gambia ni misoti akana ke Gambia ni misoti brother Esa baraka thank you my brother akana ke Gambia ni misoti you know akana ke Gambia ni misoti alingalo na alfa koma ngajeko alfabe mbulo kono miro membala londo memba bulo kono bading ntolbe ma bo soto de hal hanala alfa ya be nyamente kunun go interview idea mo menke kuno ajanna ka wala tanda la ko albelo rings la kendo la kam wallahi mbadi tonya longo bankoleya tonya longo bankoleya hada madingo daka balang bari jang sondo mo jang bu mo ka balang alfala diamo kunu ni momo ya la moyi ikalon no ko tonya be damen to ifo kalon no ko tonya be damen to ifo kalon ni tonya be damen to at some point I became so emotional. But these are the same words. Molbe monfo kan kabren 2022. Nko ala fanyo kumakilim pet. Ka fale nyame kumakilim pet. Me ya lon ko baden kili kan kabren 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. Nin jam fala la ko me ya lon ko amanke itol fongol ma bara. Ndol nga kumu men fanyul na kuwolu ma. Me ya lon ko ye malundi wo kuwo nyento wala nyenti ko maje la baroto imam movement wo nyenge. Alafu nye kumakile pet alma alay tenten kan na kafonyin ka fasaten alay tenten kan na kafonyin ka tankaten alay tenten kan na kafonyin ka ajirendi ka yuruwandi pero ngafo ka yuruwandi ni badi ko ni kombo di no la tol ma jirindi rolo but alay tenten kan na kafonyin ka yuruwandi yuruwa nyala me yalon ko abe kala nye kaira bati bawo yuruwa fana nin kairo wala fisata yuruwa nin koroti wala sabu han ko da kono nin ko da yuruwata yin kamala ko siya kamala kambe moti je akake mobe masiboti so yuruwa fana nimba duwala nka nin kambe ngoni kairo nyin ka duwa nyola ngi ka funyo kan abeke package kilomoti nin ala ba jabi na sa be jabi kilin nyama kilin kono alama ale wo kenya kila hormot ala baraka bake mbe programme da janeto ko ngafale nyamente bi dala do kularo ni bularo waya sa mbe programme ni mba da janeto bari ngal be tento ngal be jayi UDP social media warriors UDP social media supporters ngal be tento ngal be jayi pabi ya fanya men rek hansay anga tenta nyama wala drum ya zenna but you defend at all cost kana wo mo entertain wala bari nimba kala ngakani nyala nyame ya lonko sama mfongol be proud lale kaje ko ntollel nganyim fo na bor kula drum ya lonko yekumu memfo bi sama ni ay tandila ay ke maloti ay ke sumoti ay ke dikuyati alanga bor wala drum wala munyenti ko akole malomu a jaw malemu ngatanga ngawol dolta ngawol avoid ise kamfandi nyawo nyara ni nyama ise provoke nyawo nyara ni nyama because that is all what is going to come now. They're going to provoke you ibal provoke lale kal pransu prali kamfa as a game of they will go to the lands kal alpha nen ko mon ko nana makita wol majele boy ba ma nendiro ke dayele ka memfo ay memfo alaji usenu ma ñun bebe la banna wala ñam be kew be la banna wala ñam ñun meta UDP le ina ma ba ma nendirke ina ma fama nendirke bal bi ñaaje fundite be ba ma nen ko ma nendiro ka fo meye sansa ni yo ka fo ke jawoti fo ikata ka fo la alpha ka bula wala alamuka tonyer la fasa moye ikamen tonye ala manke tonyer mansati ala barka bake fo wati kote sayin kay mbada na jannato fo ne mburunta nanja sama inshallah ala barka bake ala mati loto diala ala masudo to diala ala ma fano kala kayro ko no meni alon ka be suto la bankono ala barka bake assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh